Good afternoon, students. This is Dr. Morgan Phenix coming to you from Stanley, Virginia. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. It's Thanksgiving week, a great opportunity to gather with family and friends and to give thanks to the Lord for the blessings He has bestowed upon us, most particularly of family and of food, I guess. Alrighty, and also for week 5 and week 6 that we're going into now, there are only 2 assignments that are due, a journal article critique and a discussion board, and I hope you're using the time also to work on the final project. For those of you who watch this video through to the end, I'm going to come back to a special option for week 8 journal article critique that will save you some time. Students who do the course evaluations are nearly unanimous on that week 8 pressure. There's so much going on, the final project, which is a major submission, and then also a journal article critique and a discussion board. So we're gonna give you a little bit of relief on the journal article critique if you hang into the end of this video. And don't fast forward because I have a couple other things as well. Real briefly, in discussion board, I know you're doing in-text citation. That's great, that's fine, but make it parenthetical. There are some students that simply mention the author's name, Monroe's name, and it's something that she's said or that she's told the student that is of value. Please do a little bit more honor than that to Monroe or to Payne or to the people who have done presentations in Blackboard with a parenthetical reference to them in text. Alrighty. Otherwise, we have the APA citation in the syllabus, and that is enough. With regard to journal article critique in week 5 and 6, I'm going to send to you the information that you need to search for a couple of very, very good articles, perhaps the best articles I've ever seen as in the 2 to 3 years that I've been teaching this course. One has to do with best practices. Strategic best practices, strategic interventions. It really captures, and lots of them, instructional, with regards to instruction. And I'll send that to you. That is an article by Angeles and Wilcox, and you'll enjoy that. And I'll send this to the entire class. I'm also sending you another one by Warner Soderholm and Krieger, and this has to do with a 5-step or a 5-point, they refer to it both ways, discussion. A discussion plan, if you will, as to how we can engage in critical dialogue and communication when there are tense issues of diversity in play. It's a fascinating article, and you must go and look on page 156 of this journal article, where the 5-step plan is located. The entire article itself is of less value, I think, strategically than that 5-step plan of exactly how we approach other people when there is a strong difference of opinion. That article has to do with religious differences. It's not just cultural, but religious differences, and of course that's where things run very, very deeply, of course, and people are dedicated, their souls are dedicated to what it is they think and what they feel. So how do they talk together? How do they deal with each other's information in a way that is valuable and generative? And I'm going to send you the information on those 2 articles. Okay, so you have those 2 things. I don't know what else. Oh yes, in the journal, in the proposal, the part 1 final project, diverse school proposal that you turned in last week. There are a number of students that referred to programs in high schools, particularly, in which you were proposing an excellent education in math, English, social studies, and science. Well, we need that, but that's what every high school in this entire nation says they have. Okay, and then if it's not working out for students, they'll typically blame the students. It's the student's fault. Blame the victim. So just to say we're going to really have a high quality program that we're going to give to these students is not enough. Look for the strategic interventions and the best practices. That's another reason that I'm sending out the Angeles and Wilcox article to you, because it tells you exactly the kinds of things that indicate that students will arrive at those outcomes we're hoping for. I think that's all I need to say today. Now here's your special option for week 8. For those of you who choose, you do not have to do this. Instead of searching for a journal article to critique in week 8, you may choose one of your own articles that you have submitted in weeks 1 through 7. And if you didn't get the full points, or if you thought you could have said a little bit better than what you have presented, you can revise a journal article critique that you already have submitted. But you must indicate in week 8 that it is a revision. The revision of week 3, and then you must put the score that you received in week 3 for that article, or week 2, or week 5, or whatever it might happen to be. But you may use a revision of a journal article critique that you already have submitted and received a grade on, and received comments back from me. Okay, and please, you must make some revisions. If you just post it again, yeah, you might even lose some points. Then I'll grade it very carefully, even more carefully than I typically do. Alrighty, but I like to give you that option for those of you who are watching the video here today, and I'll pass that along next week as well. Be looking for my email concerning these 2 articles. I encourage you to use them as journal article critiques in weeks 5 and 6. Unless you are hot on the trail of some specific things with regard to your final project, stay with that. Don't do these. This is not an encouragement for you to choose these 2 articles for your journal article critique. It is an encouragement for you to look at them, because they show you specifically. Make sure you print out that 5-step plan for how do we communicate when people are coming from totally different places. How do we do it in such a way that everyone is honored? Okay, and then the other one. The Angelus Wilcox article about best practices, strategic best practices proven to give the best outcomes with regards to instruction. Hope this is enough for you, and we haven't gone too long. I guess it looks like it's about 6 minutes only. I wish you a wonderful and joyous Thanksgiving season here. So make sure you spend some time with your family and friends on Thursday, and then get back to work for the course. Make sure you get your discussion board thread in by Thursday evening. Alrighty, take care. God bless you all. Thank you for everything you're doing. I'm having a ball with your diverse school proposal, part 1. Great steps forward for many of you, or for most of you. And we'll see you next time, Lord willing. Bye bye.